Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome to this week's episode of our podcast. It's called Is Breakfast Included? Thanks for stopping by. On the show this week, we get to talk to Kyle Simmons, the keyboard player, sometimes bass player, sometimes drum banger, but always cool guy of Bastille. The band Bastille, that is. We caught up with him at Forest Hills on the last show of the Duran Duran Bastille Chic tour. And he gave us a little bit of time, man. He talked to us about his history with the band, his perspective of watching this band blow up. We talked a little bit about what he does in the band and, a few other things. It was really cool because we caught him about 15 minutes before they were due to hit the stage, and he was very gracious with his time. Kyle's a great guy. Got to know him pretty well on this tour, and we have the same ring from the Great Frog. Anyway, it was a great interview. Let's check it out. Tell me who you are.
Hello, my name is Kyle Simmons. I'm in the band called Bastille.
Bastille.
Yes.
You guys have been out with us for... What is the...
This leg's been about 5 weeks. The leg before was about 4. So yeah, a few months now.
You having fun?
So much fun. It's been so good. Yeah, we were saying actually earlier on, kind of, you travel loads and you meet loads of bands and their crew and stuff, all for just part of the job. Yeah. It's been so wonderful. This, like, the team, everyone's team, the band and crew, so easy to work with.
It's been
just
great,
really lovely guys.
Yeah. It's like we've all been touring together. We tour with Chic a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Now you guys are just part of the family.
Yeah, cool. Get us back, man. We love it. We love this.
Yeah. Hey, how long have you been playing? And how many instruments do you play? By the way, I watch you, and you're always playing. Keys is my main one. The first instrument I ever learnt was saxophone, but that was many years ago. And then I kind of learnt into keys, a bit of guitar and bass. But as I've just been kind of focusing on the keys, I kind of haven't really played the rest. I play a little bit of bass on stage when it needs to be filled in, but I mean, by no degree a bass player, but with a kind of relatively good grasp of music, I think a lot of people can just kind of hop around to a degree. I can't rip some crazy bass solos or whatever, but just do some block chord guitar stuff, sure. Everyone does percussion on stage as well, which is great. Yeah, we've noticed that.
Yeah, we love it. It just brings the energy up.
Yeah. Have you been in Bastille since its inception?
Yeah. I was part of it before even the name Bastille existed.
Really?
Yeah. So sort of way back, I think it was 2010. I think we got together.
Yeah.
And then the name followed shortly after. I was the last member to kind of join, really.
And it's been this same lineup?
Same lineup.
Wow.
Same lineup since then. Yeah.
So you guys released Pompeii 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We were just talking earlier that it was iTunes single of the week when it first came out.
Yeah.
They used to give away the free single.
Yeah.
And you're here 10 years later.
I know.
What's it been like?
Just holding on to the rocket that was Pompeii. It's been crazy. We've our label and our management at the time, we never expected this for us. We weren't striving to be like a huge indie pop kind of act. Although we wanted success, I'd guess it. Everyone was surprised what Pompeii did for us.
Yeah.
We ended up chasing it around the world for a bit, for a couple of years, because just it went crazy. And then since then, we've just been able to kind of steadily release tracks that can be come out here on American radio, on the kind of like alternative scene, and some of them cross over to pop and stuff, and some don't. And we just really enjoy kind of playing the field in that aspect. Kind of, we're not one thing, we're not the other. We can draw a crowd, but but not everyone in America knows who we are. It's quite a nice thing. We were saying again, actually, the fact that, because we haven't really done a support tour for maybe around 10 years as well. And we've kind of just been playing to our own fans for so long, which has been great, and we're very lucky. But given the opportunity to play this was amazing, because it was the first time for many years that we were able to consistently get in front of people who may have only heard a couple of tracks or may have heard nothing from us.
Yeah.
It was it was amazing. So we kind of seen a bit of an uplift of kind of like new fans, which has been fantastic.
Yeah. How does that feel? I mean, that from when we started in May, June, I think that's when it was when we started.
Yeah.
Coming out, you saw a few of your fans out there. Now every night, like people.
Yeah.
You guys get when you start the night, like it just starts the night right.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, like it's been interesting because you see the diehard Duran fans who are like who you begin to recognize, and after the kind of 10th show or something, they're then that they start singing our songs because they come into every show, and then and so yeah, it's really nice to kind of when you do tours like these, when each band is so established in their own kind of realm, it's like a big fan share.
Yeah.
Which sounds a bit disgusting, but but just in a, you know what I mean? But just in a really sweet way, because all these bands, we all have trust in each other that we all like each other's music.
Yeah.
And so when we all play together, it's like, if people come to watch us and have a Bastille t-shirt on, it's like, yeah, but check out Nile Rodgers and Chic and Duran Duran because they're also like, they're fantastic as well. Yeah. So it's been great. It's been great.
Were you a fan of the other two bands before this?
I mean, yeah, you can't not be. It's kind of it's just that's just bread and butter music. You can't grow up. You'd be hard done by to grow up without those without those songs, without those influences, kind of everywhere.
I know you. I've had people come to the show going, who's Chic, and then they hear it and they go, I know.
Oh, I know every single one of these songs. Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's even we were like, of course, Nile Rodgers and Chic, it's gonna be fantastic, and still bringing out songs that we were like, no, and this one, and this one, and this one. Yeah,
I was like that when I got hired by Duran.
Yeah.
I'd heard the hits, and then I heard that like I didn't know that. Why are they playing covers? Their songs?
Of course. No. Yeah. We do the same when it's just like, no, that can't be them as well, can it? They did that one as well. Yeah. We're kind of sort of rubbing shoulders with the real kind of just like music royalty, I guess. Like,
it's kind of like that, right? So you've been doing this 10 years. You've been all around the world. What's the most iconic place? Or what place really did you go to that you thought I'd never see it?
New Zealand.
New Zealand?
Was that was certainly a place that we kind of we did a lot like Southeast Asia, like Korea. I'm just a massive fan of Korea. It was just amazing, just the style and the music and just the vibe that was wicked. New Zealand, I've got kind of like in my family blood comes from New Zealand, so I'm walking around just being like, all these women look exactly like my mum. I've never. It was so weird. I didn't realize how like how from New Zealand she looked. That was really great. America, is like a kind of like the place where we spend the kind of second biggest amount of our time. Obviously, the UK and Europe, but and we just love it over here. We love it over here, and we've now, because we've been over here so many times. We feel semi at home in these places, so it's really nice to come back to places, particularly like New York and LA, which are kind of like hotspots. Yeah. We come here so much now that it's almost like a bit of a rest from tour, because just we know it so well, and we have friends who live here. It's just like just like being at home when you go and see your mates. So it's, but yeah, I'll probably say sort of New Zealand and a lot of the sort of Southeast Asia was somewhere I guess we never thought we'd be able to kind of get over, and we did. Soon actually, we're going over to India.
Right after this, or
so in November, we got invited to come and play this festival that is in. There's two sites, one in Bangalore, one in Mumbai, and then the acts, the classic. They fly the next day and play the other site. So, and that's been on the hit list for us for a while. And
you've never been there.
I've never been there, sort of like personally, and we've never been as a band. So that's a huge thing for us. We're very excited about that. Yeah.
What do you do in your off time?
In my own time, I kind of, wow. I got like kind of, I've got like a sort of like a music production duo that me and my friend, we kind of we kind of write and produce. I do like the odd writing session here and there, and some production stuff. I I try to. It's hard. I try to actually not work. Yeah. Because otherwise, then that just you come on tour and you work, and then you go home and then you work. Yeah. Just seeing a lot of family and friends. I actually want to get a hobby that's outside of music. Not that I hate music, but it occupies so much of my life that I'd just be interested. Like, I don't know, that's not pottery, but like pottery or carpentry, like just something a bit hands-on. That's something completely different. Something. So who knows? Maybe I'll be building your set pieces in a few years. Who knows?
We did a little investigating on you, and we found out you were in Game of Thrones.
Yes. Yeah.
Were you a fan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huge fans. And we went out. We were in, I think it's Belfast, and we were playing a gig there, and we kind of had a bit of relationship with the team, and they got us over to go and come and look through all of the like all of the kind of costumes and the weapons and stuff. And so we were there playing around with like the Hound's sword and stuff, which is twice the length of me, which is, I'm 6'3". Like, this thing is crazy. Then they came to the show, and then we got invited to come up and film. Like, we were extras. We were freshly turned White Walkers.
Oh, okay.
So we got all make-upped up and the hair and stuff, and we got moved around, and we just walked past camera a few times. And me and Dick, our tour manager, actually made it on screen, which was like, you have to pause it. Quick, pause it. There I am. But that was crazy. It wasn't quite a sort of Red Wedding Coldplay or like Ed Sheeran, like singing by the campfire sort of thing. But that's kind of how we prefer it. We like to do it kind of for us.
Yeah.
Like, just like sneak in and do it. That was nice. And then I'll never forget, in the morning after we got our makeup done, I went out just to go to the toilet, and I bumped into the full makeup, like the White King, it was like 5 a.m. It took me so by surprise, and then he was like, "All right, mate," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, kind of, yeah." It's a bit weird. It was a lot of fun.
Right on. What do you guys got going on other than India after this?
So touring wise, we're going to take some time off. We're going to take a bit of time off. Focus on. We're going to sort of write the new album. Just writing the new album. We just want to keep writing new music. Dan, like outside of Bastille, he's constantly writing with other artists. So are me and Woody, and Will as well. Like, we all just, we kind of write for a lot of other people. So Bastille albums, and just kind of writing sessions, and pottery, of course. Yeah.
A few more questions. Did you ever see yourself for yourself growing up?
No.
What you've done?
No. That's an interesting point as well, because it took me a while to. I know people and have friends who have, like, they've dreamed of being a musician since they were 2, and that was never me. And I kind of met Dan at a house party, and we got talking, and I played some instruments, and he was like, "Oh, dude, do you want to join? I want to start a band, and I think you'd be good." So I kind of joined, and I felt like a fraud, because I was given this amazing opportunity, and it's turned into this, which is just beyond beyond anything that we could have thought of, and it was never something I aspired to. It was never something that I worked up until joining the band. I never worked every day like, this is going to be my dream and stuff. So I had to get over that a bit, because I just felt a bit like imposter syndrome. Yeah. Undeserved of my position, which I don't anymore. Yeah. I work very hard, and stuff. But I never really knew what I wanted to do. I actually used to build up events and like festivals and stuff. Yeah. And in this wonderful crossover, there was this festival that I used to work for, the Strongbow area, and I knew all the people who booked the people, and I was like, guys, look, I've got a band. We're actually really good. I'll send you the MySpace at the time. Send you the MySpace. Check us out. And they were like, actually, Kyle, you're pretty good. We're going to put you first on. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. So I then got to the festival. I built the stage, that we played on that weekend. So like I built the stage, and then I remained there as an operator in case anything goes wrong. When the band arrived, I changed out of my work clothes, put on the band clothes, went on stage, played, got changed back into my work clothes, and carried on working. And the boys were getting pissed up all day. And so that was a really nice entrance for me getting into the band, because I was never kind of lauding it about. I was never entitled. I was never like, oh, I'm in the band, whatever, because I knew what it took and to build the shows and stuff as well. So that was a really nice, that was a fun little kind of, that's one of my favorite anecdotes of our past, is that I built the stage that we played on, and then de-rig and stuff. So that was fun.
Kicking them out of the dressing room.
Exactly.
Hey, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, exactly that.
Well, man, it's been great having you guys. You guys are all, what I love about you're so approachable. I can never tell who's the crew and who's the band, because you're always together. You're always doing things.
Yeah, of course.
The other day, I think a bartender told us, I took pictures with the band that's on the bill, but it was actually all the crew. And one of the other guys, and he goes, they took it on their phone, so I don't know if I'll get the picture.
Yeah, that's how we live. I find it weird when bands like to separate themselves completely from the crew, because you can travel for 6 months as a 4-piece, or you can travel for 6 months as a 25-piece. All the crew that, we know and love. Like, we go to each other's weddings. You know what I'm saying? We're deep in at this point. So we all hang out and we all go and do separate things with separate people, and like some of us go climbing, some of us play cards, and I don't know what, I can't see why it would be any different, but who knows? In 10 years, maybe we'll be doing solo private jets all around the world. Who knows?
Right on. Well, man, I know you got to get going. I know you guys go on pretty early tonight.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been a pleasure having you guys out. Thank you so much.
Oh, Bernie, of course.
Question. Our podcast is called Is Breakfast Included? And if it was, which it's not, Gert, what would you have?
For breakfast?
Yes.
Ooh, what would I have? I mean, let's go blueberry pancakes, get some bacon on there, and then a little bit of, like a little side bowl of fruit, just for the health. Yeah.
All right, on. Kyle's a pleasure, man.
Pleasure, man. Of course.
It's been a pleasure, man.
I told you. Kyle Simmons of the band Bastille. You can find him on Instagram at KJE Simmons. Check out what he's doing, or Bastille Dan. You can follow the whole band and what they're doing. Like I said, it was a great time out with those guys. I wasn't really sure what to think or what to expect when we started this tour, but amazing band, amazing live show, amazing songs, and an organization of amazing people. Check him out. Visit his Instagram. Tell him I said hello. Tell him I miss him already. And while you're online checking out Kyle, check out isbreakfast.bigcartel.com. Order a shirt. Support. We would be nothing without you. So go and make us something. All right, guys, I am done. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next week.